All right, I'm here with JD Wheeler, our athletic director at Heartland High School, and I'm going to ask him a few questions today. Alrighty, how long have you worked at Heartland as an athletic director?
I'm just about halfway through year 5 right now.
Okay. Walk us through a normal day as an athletic director.
Okay. It's funny, Logan. I don't know if there is necessarily a normal day. Yeah, you know what I mean. Every day presents different challenges. We're usually putting on different events and things like that. So one day maybe we'll have basketball in the evening, or one day we'll have wrestling in the evening, or something like that. And that's a lot of why I like this job. That there isn't necessarily a normal day, but from day in and day out, usually when I come in the morning, I'll get a lot of the office stuff done. A lot of things that I need to take care of, any meetings with any kids or coaches or anything like that. That's during the day, and then usually about 2:30 when school gets out, you guys start coming in and the weight room fills up, and either practices or we start getting ready for events, and then that's what the evening usually is running some type of sporting event.
Okay. How do you prepare for assemblies and sports games?
Well, I've got a really good staff, and that's any job you get into, whether it's athletic director or out in the business world or whatever, you're only as good as the people who work with you. I've got an amazing staff that helps me get ready to run these events. If you think about it, all the different things that it takes to make a sporting event happen, there's a lot of moving parts. I mean, obviously there's the athletes and the coaches, and that's kind of what everybody thinks about because you guys are in center stage and that's who's being watched. But there's the officials for home games that we hire. There's bus drivers and bus schedules for away games that you think about. Everything from people who are announcing the game or taking book or running the scoreboard to my workers who work like in the concession stand or are taking tickets. So a lot of moving parts, but we've got a really good team. So
Okay. Got it.
What is the process taken to set up fields or courts?
Yeah, depending on what different event we have, whether it's indoor, if it is indoor, we've got a really good custodial crew who helps with scores table, chairs, bleachers, all that type of stuff, because we expect to have big crowds. So that is kind of a whole thing within itself. But then outside, if you think about it, there's tons of different playing fields that we use, whether it's the soccer field or the football field or set up for lacrosse. So there's a great maintenance crew out there that works with us well, works with my event staff, and basically just whatever sport we're running that night, we set up for it. So it's fun. It's really fun.
What do you enjoy most about your job?
You guys. The student athletes. That's easily my funnest part. I was a teacher before this job and a coach, and I told myself when I became athletic director that I didn't want to lose that. I still wanted to be on first name basis with the kids. I wanted to be able to if I wanted to come to a practice and just kind of be involved, that would be okay. I wanted to make sure that I was at all the events so I could support the coaches and support the kids. So yeah, my favorite part is interaction with the student athletes and their coaches.
Okay. All right, got it. So what's your biggest challenge as an athletic director?
There's lots of different challenges. I think the biggest one for me is just the time commitment that it takes. And believe me, I love to be here. And I try to be at pretty much every event that we hold that's here at home, and a lot of the way events. But just with a school this large, we've got 36 different programs. So that's a lot of different teams that are running and doing things. So sometimes I wish that there was 2 of me at once so I can make sure that everybody was supported every night. But that's probably the number one challenge. Other than that, making sure that we're hiring good coaches. A lot of people don't understand that really good coaches don't just grow on trees. So whenever we have an opening, I've really got to work hard to find the best person for the job, or to find someone who's willing to do it, and then coach them up and make sure that they're a good coach. There are a ton of good coaches out there, and we currently have a bunch of good coaches, but maintaining that is a struggle.
Right. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
All right, Dylan.